Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So after Teofimo Lopez has said on numerous occasions that they're demanding $20 million to fight Devon Haney. And keep in mind, this is after Teofimo lost to Kambosos. Before Teo lost to Kambosos, Teofimo Sr. and Jr., they were on camera telling Eddie Hearn that they wanted $10 million to fight Devon Haney. Now Teo Sr., he's saying that that fight ain't going to happen no time soon, which is pretty ironic because Teofimo Jr., he has said about 3 years ago that a fight with him and Devon Haney, it shouldn't happen for at least another 3 to 5 years. And around the same time, Senior, he said fights like Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta, and Devon, those fights just don't make no sense right now. But obviously, fights like Sandor Martin, George Kambosos, Ocampo, and Josh Taylor, those fights make sense. So once again, this is what the Lopezes were saying years ago. This is what Senior is saying today about a Devon Haney fight.
How close would we be to possibly seeing a unification matchup between Devon Haney and your son?
That's up to them, man. We're not even worried about those guys right now. We're just thinking about Jermaine Ortiz right now. We focus on him first and focus on putting up a great performance on February 8th, and we'll talk about that later on. We called him out numerous times. You know, that fight's not going to be made, not anytime soon, especially what we're going to do on February 8th.
Okay, so Senior, he started off by saying they're not focused on that fight, they're focused on a Jermaine Ortiz fight. But we know, leading up to this fight, Teofimo Lopez has been talking more about fighting Terence Crawford than fighting Jermaine Ortiz. Matter of fact, that's all he's really been talking about, which I believe is only a deflection tactic to get people to stop focusing on a Devon Haney fight. He says the Haney fight is not going to happen anytime soon, but in the same interview, he admits that they want the winner of Rolly Romero versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz, which now explains why Teofimo, he put out that video of him sparring with Rolly long time ago.
Pitbull Cruz, Rolly Romero, March 30, out here in Las Vegas. What do you think about that matchup?
Well, that's a 50-50 fight, man. Rolly could punch, Cruz could punch as well. You know, it depends who's the better fighter that night. You know, they both got to bring everything they got. You know, it's a tough match for both of them, and whoever comes up victorious, you know, we're ready, man. We're ready to take whoever it is, so to unify the belt. So whoever wins, you know, we're ready to fight.
So when it comes to Rolly Romero or Isaac Pitbull Cruz, they said they're ready to fight. Whoever wins, they're ready to fight. But when they're asked about fighting Devon Haney, they say, oh, you know, it's up to Devon Haney. That fight ain't going to happen no time soon. We want to focus only on this Jermaine Ortiz fight. We'll talk about that later. Listen, I have firsthand knowledge that Bill Haney and Senior, they had a conversation right after Devon Haney beat Regis Prograis. And Senior, he told Bill that Teo is the A side. Teo is the lineal champion. That's the only way the fight can happen. And we already seen on camera what kind of money Senior is demanding. But the first question is, how does Teo say he's the A-side when he only sold 5,000 tickets in the Josh Taylor fight, when Devon Haney had 14 to 15,000 fans in his last 2 fights? Not to mention Devon Haney is making 3 times more than Teofimo is making. So Teofimo is the definition of B-side. But it doesn't matter. This is all smoke and mirrors. They're not interested in a Devon Haney fight at all. So whenever you hear them say it's up to Devon Haney from now on, that's their new way of saying they're not fighting against Devon Haney. They're calling the Jermaine Ortiz fight a tune-up. Teofimo is going to continue to fight tune-ups for the rest of his career until one of these tune-ups ends up beating him, just like George Kambosos did. What Teo is trying to do is he's trying to secure the bag while taking the least risk. And this is the reason why Teo Jr., he's calling out Terence Crawford, but at the same time, his father is calling out the winner of Rolly Romero versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. They don't want to fight Terence Crawford. They're using his name to once again deflect from talking about the Devon Haney fight. But at this point, it really doesn't matter if Lopez doesn't want to fight Devon Haney, because now they actually need Haney more than Haney needs him. And notice they have no interest in fighting Gervonta Tank Davis either. So Teofimo Lopez is not planning on fighting Devon Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, or Terence Crawford. There's no way his name is going to grow. And he's going to continue getting these small checks, fighting in smaller venues, and he's going to continue to get smaller checks, fighting in front of smaller crowds. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes,
fever blisters, diabetic ulcers,
this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com.
like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com.